about to listen to the incomparable Win Twice Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, Scott and Holly. We always go over, brother, and that's the bottom line. Dig it? So, sit back, relax, and prepare to be entertained.
WrestleMania 21 marked the moment when WWE truly went Hollywood. The Attitude Era was now part of wrestling folklore, and the Ruthless Aggression Era had taken firm hold. The company found itself at a crossroads between the legends who built the brand and the new generation poised to carry it forward into a new age of stardom and spectacle. The Undertaker, ever the gatekeeper of WrestleMania, found himself face to face with one of the most brash and confident young talents the company had seen in years. Randy Orton, the self-proclaimed legend killer, set his sights on ending the dead man's streak in a match that would pit youthful arrogance against unrelenting mystique. At the top of the card, Triple H continued to stand tall as the dominant figure on Monday Night Raw, holding the World Heavyweight Championship with the same authority that had defined his reigns throughout the early 2000s. His challenger was a man who had risen through the ranks under his own tutelage, Batista. Once allies within the ranks of Evolution, the two would now stand opposed on the grandest stage of them all in a battle that embodied power, pride and betrayal. Over on the SmackDown side, John Bradshaw Layfield carried himself as the self-made millionaire and blue-blooded champion of the people's disdain. His challenger, the charismatic and defiant John Cena, had become the voice of a new generation, blending streetwise bravado with unshakable determination. Their clash for the WWE Championship represented the shifting identity of the company itself. In what many fans considered a dream encounter, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels would step into the ring with Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. One was the showstopper, the master of WrestleMania's grand moments, while the other was the relentless technician driven by pure competition. Their meeting promised a contest of both pride and perfection. A new concept would also make its debut, the Money in the Bank ladder match. 6 superstars would put everything on the line for the chance to secure a guaranteed world title opportunity at any time of their choosing. The innovation of the match reflected WWE's willingness to evolve, creating new paths to stardom and unpredictability for years to come. Elsewhere, nostalgia and attitude collided when Rowdy Roddy Piper returned to host Piper's Pit with none other than Stone Cold Steve Austin. Two of wrestling's most outspoken icons shared a stage that blurred the line between eras, personalities, and rebellion itself. The Hollywood theme of the event stretched beyond the spotlight, with the Big Show squaring off against Sumo Grand Champion Akebono in a true spectacle of size and strength. Meanwhile, Trish Stratus continued to lead the charge for the women's division, setting the standard for athleticism and presence that would shape the years ahead. When the lights dimmed and the cameras faded, WrestleMania 21 had done more than live up to It Goes Hollywood tagline. It had captured the essence of transformation. The familiar faces of the past stood alongside the rising stars of the future, and together they ensured that the showcase of the Immortals would continue to evolve, adapt, and thrive for generations to come.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 88 of the Win Twice Wrestling Podcast with your hosts Scott and Holly. Afternoon/evening, Holly.
Afternoon/evening.
Do you remember how to do this?
Nope.
No, I don't remember how to do this either.
I mean, I don't do a lot, so...
That's not true. You add many quotes about the wrestler that you know, being The Rock.
The only
So,
one, yeah.
sadly, he's not
He's
on
not
the
in
show.
this.
I know, devastating for you. How are you going to cope? I'd love to know what you called the people in your notes.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we did have a little bit of a break, mainly because some people were fucking jet setting off to the States. Have a good time though?
Lovely, thank you.
Do you go Country Music Hall of Fame and that?
Yes,
Yeah.
I went to the Louisville Slugger Museum in
that,
Kentucky too.
That made me jealous as well.
Yeah.
And then you started putting all these pictures of Muhammad Ali related memorabilia, who, if I could have met one person ever, it probably would have been him as well. So genuinely jealous of you for going there.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah.
Did you go past was it the house where he...
We drove to the house where he grew up as well.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Louisville, Kentucky, right?
Yep.
Wow. And one of my other mates is in Japan, just sending me pictures of all this geeky shit that gets me all, oh, that looks cool. And so I've had a wonderful time here in lovely Blighty, where the weather has been absolutely slissing sideways.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it's very... I'll take this. It's so hot out there.
Oh, I feel sorry for
No,
him.
but and it's like humid hot.
I'm familiar with the concept,
It's like there's no air hot.
Claggy.
Kentucky was all right. Nashville was
Fan of their chicken, of course.
hot.
Nashville. Ironically, Nashville flavoured things in the market tend to be spicy as well. So if they say it's Nashville chicken or something, it's going to have a little bit of spice to it. You can tell I'm hungry. We haven't even cracked into the main course yet of the show, and I'm already talking about things I'd like to put in my fat head. But yeah, like I said, it's been a while. Managed to get 2 episodes out of the Terry Funk experience, but that feels like a lifetime ago.
It does.
That we did that, and we knew that we were going to be treading back on the March Through The Manias. I nearly forgot what the mini-series was called there. It's been that long. Because I think the last one we did was August, to be fair. It's a while back.
Yeah.
We're very much in my comfort zone of WrestleManias now. This is... We've gone beyond VHS at this point.
Are we onto a DVD?
We're onto the DVD. And I'm trying to think if I watch this one more. I think 20 was probably the one that got the most repeat watches on DVD for me. But this would have been up there.
Wow, okay.
And yet... in spite of that, there are certain things on the show I completely forgot happened.
Oh, welcome to my world.
But we'll get to the women's title match later. There's honestly, just some of the stuff. For the most part, I would say, I mean, granted, you've now seen, so this is obviously, like I said, it's going to be a bigger show, so it's going to be split into 2 parts. You've watched the whole show already, right?
I have.
I have very much stopped dead on my arse at the point where we said we were going to cover off for the part 1. I'm assuming it carries on, but for me, the pacing of this show is pretty good.
It was all right.
Even if I'm not necessarily enthralled with the content of it,
Yep.
I find like it goes from one thing to another where I'm not going, oh, God, getting really frustrated with the pithy little stuff that they try and put in, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But they don't really have that in this one, and I'm all for it, to be honest. Seeing a WrestleMania also that clocks in at under 4 hours, pleasing.
It's great, isn't it?
And yet, the complete opposite would have been true as a kid. Like, as a kid, when you get a DVD and you see a show 6.5 hours for wrestling, I'm like, fantastic. Buckle. Yeah, but again, you can stop it and not have to watch it.
That's a fair point. It's not like you're there, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, if you're doing it for a podcast, problems. But, as a kid, you think, I cannot get enough of this. So, yeah, bring it on. And now I'm like, oh, God, stop it. We've got homes to go to. God, I'm just having flashbacks now trying to leave Wembley and getting home after AEW. Christ alive. But we're now at the point in the WrestleMania journey where we've learnt and loved a lot of characters from back in the day, and they are now phasing out. Probably been about 2 volumes of people that have left out, because the Attitude Era people, bar the odd exception, have also started to disappear. Yeah. The likes of your Austins, your Rocks, etc. Yeah. Don't worry, we still got Undertaker and his streak.
Yay.
And Triple H and his nose. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the Tash.
Oh, God, it's so bad.
I haven't got to that part of the show, but I remember the Harley race stash that he was going for.
Awful.
Sensational bit of business.
It's awful. And, I mean, I've said it before, there are times when I find him very attractive.
Yeah.
This stash, drier than the Sahara.
Something to hold on to, though, while you're having a ride, isn't
it's horrible.
No? All right, fair enough.
It's horrid. I can't.
Each to their own. There's a market for everything, of course.
Yeah, I mean...
But yeah, and we're starting to kind of see a new generation start to come through. Ooh. Not the new generation, that was in the mid to early 90s, and they were fucking
They're still
awful.
Hanging around.
Yeah, Bret Hart's not here anymore either. So we've got the likes of your Randy Ortons, we've got the likes of your John Cenas, who play very prominent roles on this show.
They do.
And they kind of set the precedent for a number of years to come. So it's kind of, again, part of this journey, seeing the evolution going from, ironically I said evolution, talking about Randy Orton and Batista, of course. We see it kind of flows quite nicely. There's not just suddenly a cut-off where then the cast is entirely changed. Yeah. There's a nice little gradual point, but you kind of still... mourn's probably a bit too strong of a word, but you'll miss some of the people that we won't see anymore. The likes of your Savages and your Jesse Venturas and your If You're Me, Bobby Heenan, etc. No, don't do that, because he has made you chuckle heartily a couple of times.
He gets the noise. There are some people that I'm...
Jimmy Hart.
Oh, no.
Fucking Whistle Man.
Jimmy Hart still makes an appearance in this. You've not got that far yet. They do the Hall of Fame flashback.
Okay.
He's fucking there with his megaphone.
All right, baby, it's going to be great. Speaking of country, there you go. You're not going to get more country than Jimmy Hart. So WrestleMania 21 took place on the 3rd of April 2005. The venue was the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, and the attendance on the night was 20,193. The buy rate, very impressively, was 1,090,000. Very, very healthy numbers indeed. Tagline, quite simple, not quite as good as some of the other ones we've had. Bit Ron Seal. Does what it says on the tin. That's not the slogan. WrestleMania goes Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine for me.
It's fine. I mean, again, it's painting by numbers. It's low-hanging fruit. It's give me something like, what was it, the Raging Cajun?
What would you have named it?
WrestleMania. We're faker than the celebrities. No? That not work? All right, fair enough. I'll put that on the back to the drawing board with that one. I don't know, but just I thought
no, not for you.
No,
okay.
No, not really. So let's get stuck into the show. But having said that, I'm immediately going to backtrack.
Oh.
We always talk about your expectations. You always give me the same answer, but let's do this little dance one more time.
Yeah, let's pretend.
Let's pretend you're going to give me something witty and insightful, and I'm sure you might. You might. Having seen all these WrestleManias up to date,
yes.
Coming off the back of WrestleMania 20, what were your level of expectations? I know you try and start at a baseline of 0.
Yeah, I do like to keep a low expectation.
But a little bit?
A little bit. I was hoping that because it's also becoming a little bit more modern, maybe, I guess.
Polished?
I mean, the quality of the video is far better.
Than WrestleMania 1?
Which makes me happy. Yeah, it's still a low expectation because I hate going into things with like, this could be good, and then being massively disappointed.
As a side question, off the back of that, what show that we've covered so far have you had... Actually, no, I've got high expectations for this.
I don't think there's been any of you.
I was trying to think, what shows have we watched? If I was to guess, I'm guessing it would be one of the takeovers.
Probably.
Just because...
My expectations on those are usually a little bit higher, just because I like them.
Yeah,
so,
fair enough.
I'm not saying I don't like Manias, but I've seen more takeovers than I have, well, probably not now Manias, but...
Ooh. Well, I think there's been like mid-40s to late 40s.
I was going to say obviously, podcast.
Yeah.
That statement would be fair and true.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much now, but...
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know, it might be close, you know, because you've probably seen over the period a fair few takeovers in some form or another, and we've only seen, I say only, 21, or in my case, 20 and a half of the WrestleManias. So, it's interesting. Okay. Yeah. So our first shot of the evening is live within the Staples Center, where the crowd are standing on their feet, and we see the WrestleMania Goes Hollywood chyron, there's that word again, appear on the top left corner of the screen. The welcome voice of Howard Finkel informs us that here to sing America the Beautiful is WWE's very own Lillian Garcia. Incredible outfit on the radiant Lillian here, wouldn't you agree, Holly?
Very good.
Yeah?
She's
good. Ageless.
She's great.
Yeah.
She is great. She looks the same now as she did then.
Mount Rushmore, though. Not having that. Not having that at all. As Lillian gets underway with the performance, we see interlaced images of the United States forces and visits from recent years of the WWE superstars at their camps. Whilst most in the audience are standing, some placing their hands across their chest, one incredibly disinterested member of the crowd continues to shovel popcorn in his fat fucking head, and part of me really respects it. Did you see him? It's just literally... It's like watching Mark eat at work. That's a very niche joke. Yeah. But honestly, it was up there for me. And again, like I said, I respected it, to be honest. A standing ovation for Lillian as she finishes her rendition, and we get the customary USA chant before the curtains rise and the big screen is revealed, signalling WrestleMania 21 Goes Hollywood. The big screen flickers into life, and we transition to a full shot of those watching at home of Eugene sat on a park bench with a box of chocolates on his lap and a nurse at his side. First thoughts, Holly, run through this for me. Just what we see next.
I'll be honest, I thought it was great. I knew immediately, so I don't have much memory of this. I don't even know if I've actually ever watched it, this Mania. I don't know if I've ever watched it. Immediately, obviously, no, that's Forrest Gump.
Yep.
Immediately, and I was like, oh, this tickles my fancy. This is quite funny. Who else have we got in there?
So my favourite part, and I'll be honest, I enjoyed this as well. I enjoyed it at the time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it now.
Ooh.
The outtakes, by the way, very good.
Oh, okay.
If you ever want to treat yourself, have a look at the outtake reel for this.
Okay.
Specifically, Eugene punching the nurse got a good chuckle out of me. I just thought that's funny, where he's kind of imitating the wrestling and then clocks her in, and then William Regal just appears. There's one of the outtakes as well is Nature Boy not being able to get the donkey to move along, and he's on the donkey going, yeah, come on, like kicking it to get it going. He's not doing it, and then he ends up falling off it. Surprised he didn't sell it, actually.
Oh my God.
He started laughing, to be fair, but he was like kind of rocking backwards and forwards because the kicking wasn't working, and then he went, woo, and then just fully...
Oh, I'll have to give that a watch then.
Yeah, oh no, it's worthwhile. Holly, you may detect a theme here. Yes, a number of Hollywood films have had their key actors replaced with those from the WWE, as we see Booker T in Reservoir Dogs, Triple H in Braveheart, John Cena in A Few Good Men, Rey Mysterio in Taxi Driver, and Kurt Angle with Christy Hem in When Harry Met Sally. Christy Hem, we'll get to you later. We've already kind of covered your thoughts on this, but was this a little treat, a little Easter egg
It was,
to stumble upon?
Especially when you get to Gladiator, yeah.
Oh, okay, don't worry. We've got that covered. Outside of what you saw there, if you had to pick one classic film to have a scene replaced with someone from the WWE, which one are you picking and why?
Ooh.
Don't pick a porn and Randy Orton.
Ooh, oh, no. Titanic, the scene at the where they're on the bow of the boat.
Okay,
at the front.
with?
Well, who would I want to do that with?
Edge and Lita.
Yeah, well...
Before Matt knew.
I don't know, you know. But that, I would have put that in there.
Yeah.
Because that's a pretty iconic
Yeah, I think so.
scene.
I think so. Or have someone in the
It would have
water.
been funnier if it was like Shawn Michaels dressed up as Kate Winslet and Triple H doing it.
Yeah,
together.
I'm all for that,
Do you know
actually.
what I mean? Like...
I'm all for that. A particular highlight for me was seeing Tajiri in the role of Taxi Driver as well. Saying in Japanese, pointing at himself. I was about to try and say something. I don't know Japanese. That would not have come out well.
No.
I might have been able to sound like it, but it wouldn't have made sense. At the conclusion of this video, we get a green screen with text that reads, "The following preview has been approved for all audiences." Now we see a classic scene remade from Gladiator. Only this time, who's in it, Holly?
Stone Cold.
Oh, yes, he is. In the place of Russell Crowe, of course. He's the master of the middle finger. Chief arse whooper of sorry sons of bitches. Beer drinker among beer drinkers. Truster of no one. And he will stomp a mud hole in your arse and walk it dry. His name is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and tonight he unleashes hell. Not here.
He looked great in that Gladiator outfit, I tell you.
Helmet on or off?
I don't care.
Bit of mystery?
Great.
Just, you were fine with that?
I was, honestly, it was great.
I'd love to,
I
imagine your face going...
pan up, and I was like, ooh, he's got legs on him.
He does, of course he does. He looks after himself. Not bad for a beer drinker. There's hope for all of us, lads. I was about to read his speech again. Don't need to do that. From here, we head into the graphical opening of WrestleMania 21, which, of course, is brought to us by both Raw and SmackDown, lest we forget. This year's theme, unsurprisingly, is old-fashioned film reel, bearing the WrestleMania logo ratcheting through a camera. A big firework display above and below the entryway kicks things off with a bang as we scan the crowd whilst the voice of good old JR welcomes us to the showcase of the Immortals. Pleasingly, as we head to the Raw representation of commentary, Jerry Lawler is not dressed like an offender on this occasion. Dare I say he actually looks quite smart.
Suited and booted.
He could actually pull it off. Fair play to him. JR kicks things over to the Spanish colleagues, Hugo Savinovich and Carlos Cabrera, of course. Hugo Savinovich on this occasion, not blading. Last but not least, the SmackDown announced pairing of Michael Cole and Taz. Oh, hello.
This guy.
Taz.
It's so annoying that I get annoyed by it because it's all the time. Take your bloody glasses off. So annoying.
As Taz informed us that he could not be more ready, we hear the early music as he Chandler Bing. Could not be more ready. Not for nothing. We hear the entry music of participant 1 for the opening match to get underway. Holly, we start off with a bit of a bang.
Yes, we do.
Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio. Before we say anything else about this match, Holly, tell me your thoughts of Guerrero's turquoise lowrider, please.
I'll be honest, this is the perfect person to have open this show.
Yes.
Great entrance. It's just brilliant.
It brings the right atmosphere to the crowd. And this was at the point where Eddie was very much teasing going from being a face to being a heel. Because this whole story arc at the moment that was going on between them and Ray, they were tag team champions at the time. So no tag team or WWE tag team title match on this show. I think it's the first time at WrestleMania the tag team champions have gone against each other. But the whole story being basically that Eddie just cannot beat Ray. Any match they have, Ray, whether by hook or crook, will come out as the victor. And Eddie's getting frustrated by this. And we actually see this, eventually, this feud led on to another show that we saw, the Custody of Dominic match at SummerSlam. So this was kind of, not the germ, but this was early in the story between the two men. And of course, these two had fantastic matches in WCW, which genuinely, I can't remember if it's Halloween Havoc 97 or 98. I'm pretty certain it's not 96. They have an outstanding match at WCW.
Okay.
The best Mysterio match, probably, I would say, of all time.
Oh, wow, okay.
And Eddie Guerrero is on point. I don't think the rest of the show is fantastic. I'm not saying it's awful.
Yeah.
But that match we need to see at some point. Okay. I keep waiting because obviously all the WCW archive footage now has come off because it's not on Netflix, but they've got the YouTube channel, which they have been adding stuff to. And I think this show might actually be one of the ones that's on there. So we'll have to add it to the list soon. It is the season of Halloween, of course, as well. So very topical. Really sad, though, to say that this would be Eddie Guerrero's very last WrestleMania appearance. A genuine shame. An interesting twist on this match between two greats. The co-holder of the WWE Tag Team titles are facing off against one another. Two ways you could look at this. Eddie's being given an opportunity to open the show in spectacular fashion, in a tried and tested dance partner, or with a tried and tested dance partner in Rey Mysterio. Alternatively, much like Booker T in WrestleMania 19 and 20, Guerrero has gone from featuring in the main event singles title program to being relegated to tag team work in the span of 1 year. So granted, yes, Eddie won his main event at WrestleMania 20, but if we remember at 19, Booker T got absolutely killed by Triple H, and the following year was opening the show as a tag team champion alongside RVD. Yeah, sure, you're still in
I see what you're saying.
Some sort of program, but you've gone from the penthouse to the outhouse. In some respects, you're on the show. Yeah. I'm being a little bit flippant.
You're a show opener. That's decent.
I'm being a little bit flippant about it, but there's still the comparison point and going, oh, that feels like quite a steep drop. Now, it felt worse for Booker T, if I'm being honest, but it just kind of clicked with me and went, oh my God, yeah, they've basically done to him what they did with Booker T. Ironically, in the movie skit that they did, which featured Booker T, Eddie Guerrero is also in that skit with him. So, out next is Rey Mysterio wearing the colours of Mexico, and it's worth noting at this point in time, Mysterio has yet to win on the grandest stage of them all. We saw him at 19 and 20. 20, he looked good. He beat a few of the people in that cruiserweight match, but then lost to Chavo. And 19, he got done by Matt Hardy, who had the help of Shannon Moore.
Oh, yeah.
And they were his first two WrestleManias, so he has not yet won. The bell sounds, and the two men stare across the ring at one another as the fans begin to chant Eddie's name, the person who's very much presenting more heel tendencies. Whose corner would you have been for this one?
Oh,
it's tough,
really
isn't it? It's so tough.
These two. Really hard to pick between these two.
There's no wrong answer, to be fair, genuinely.
I guess probably at the time, if I was watching it, I would have gone Ray. At the time, I would
have been torn because I always liked Ray and like his colourful gear, etc. Exciting, but there's something so fucking charismatic about Eddie.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily when he talks. Like, we've seen him do some promos, and they're ungranted. Yet, of course, there's a little bit of a language thing there, but he gets caught up in his own head sometimes. When he's doing like a genuine from the guts promo, it's good. When he's not, sometimes it can be a little bit. It doesn't quite land. Yeah. But he's got such remarkable charisma, almost to the point of beyond anyone that I've kind of seen in wrestling. Just his natural aura, it carries off and it lands exactly how he intends every time. Whether he's being a smarmy prick heel, he's being like a fun-loving good guy, or he's being a cheeky bastard who's like cheating his way to win. Whatever he's trying to portray, it works every time. Which is,
it's true.
It seems like it's an obvious thing to say because that's kind of, it's quite Roy Keane. He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
But yeah, he never misses with that. And yeah, I think I'd have probably just about sided with Eddie,
Okay.
if I'm being honest. But not for the custody of Dominic match. I'd have been full on Rey Mysterio for that. Seems a bit harsh. I'll be honest.
A little bit.
I'll be honest. They exchange a few words as they begin to circle each other until they finally lock up, where Guerrero slaps on a side headlock. Side headlock takedown pins Mysterio's shoulders to the canvas for a count of 1, but he is quickly back on his feet and trapped in an arm lock. Fireman's carry takedown attempt sees Rey land on his feet before hitting the ropes and knocking the larger man down with a forearm. I did notice actually in this match there were a couple of like slight miscommunications in what they did. I think that forearm might have been one of them. It's just where they didn't quite do what they were supposed to do. And for people that have such good chemistry that they do, that really surprised me.
Oh, okay.
And don't get me wrong, it didn't massively take away from it, but because I'm not expecting it.
I don't think I clocked it for me.
If you watched it back now and you were actively looking for it, you would 100% see it. Because I forgot it happened. And then I went, oh, again, didn't ruin anything, but still. Quick cover gets a count of 1. Reversal of a whip sees Eddie drop down before scoring a beautiful arm drag takedown, which really slams Rey into the mat pretty hard. Mounted arm lock in place, and now Guerrero is looking to pin Mysterio's shoulders to the canvas whilst retaining knuckle locks. After a few kickouts, they return to their feet, still with fingers laced, and Eddie uses this to sweep the legs of the masked man. From his back, Mysterio uses his feet to lift Eddie into the air before leaping shins first onto his shoulders and securing a sunset flip. Guerrero, though, rolls through and secures the legs, slingshotting Mysterio over the top and down to the floor with a lovely X-Pac-like splat.
Yes.
Every time I think of an X-Pac splat, it's always the Royal Rumble 2000, where Rock yeets him over the top rope, and it's the wet, hard smacking of the mat sound of X-Pac, and he flies, to be fair to him, and it's got to suck. But every time I hear that noise, my brain goes straight back to seeing X-Pac getting eliminated. With a running start, Eddie slides under the bottom rope, but Mysterio re-enters the ring and fakes out his partner with a 619 swing between the top and middle rope. The fans applaud. Guerrero takes a moment before returning back into the ring. Cole points out on commentary that Mysterio is wise to not take his eyes off Guerrero, knowing his love of bending the rules.
Now, this is where I noticed something I noticed in the last Rey Mysterio match that we watched. The constant mask touching.
Yep.
And I wish, as soon as I noticed it, I berated myself.
Yep.
And I was like, no.
Do you want me to ruin someone else for you?
Oh, God.
Ronda Rousey, jock watch.
Oh, yeah.
She's always pulling up her...
Yeah.
I can't remember, apologies for forgetting, but there was some other... It might be OSW reviews, I think, where they had it, they called it Rousey Jock Watch, and they count the number of times she does it, and her record was near 30 in a match, and that's mental.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I just wish I'd obviously picked up on it last time, because last time also it focused on him having a bit of it undone.
Yep.
And this time it didn't look like that way. But any time he's on the floor, he's touching it, and I couldn't stop seeing it. It just winds me right up.
It's worse on certain occasions. I could be wrong, but I think depending on the mask type, so he's either got the full mask, or he's got the one which just has almost looking like Velcro straps going around the back of his head. Those ones he seems to really fuck around with. I'm guessing because if that shifts, you're going to see pretty much his whole face.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, obviously there's a reason.
But it is annoying.
But as soon as I saw it, I was like, why have you noticed this again? Because it's just going to wind you up.
The difficulty is as well, is because if you're selling on the floor and you're in pain, you're probably not going, oh, let me just...
Well, that was the thing as well.
Yep.
It was
takes you out the moment. No, I agree with you. 100% agree with you. They lock knuckles once more, and Mysterio uses this to monkey flip Guerrero to the canvas, where they both have to bridge out of a pin. Guerrero kicks out of the hold and takes Mysterio down with a key lock. When they return to their feet, Eddie looks to deliver a Northern Light suplex, but Mysterio lands on his feet and knocks Guerrero down with a shoulder tackle. Drop down and leapfrog by Guerrero, who now hits the ropes and goes under a leapfrog of Mysterio before being sent sailing across the ring on a monkey flip that sees him land perilously close to the ropes.
That did not look good to me.
No.
I'm sorry.
He goes for the ride well, though, on it.
Oh, yeah, the process of the movement looks good, and then it's the landing near.
You need
and
4 more
on.
Yeah.
4 extra foot,
and we're happy.
We'd be laughing.
We're safe. Mysterio charges in and is elevated onto the apron with a back body drop before being decked with a right hand that sends him down to the floor. Using the top rope, Eddie slingshots himself down to the floor with a crossbody that finds its intended target. They return to the ring where Guerrero gets a near fall. Eddie slows the pace down by stretching the arms of the smaller man with a modified surfboard stretch before delivering a brutal back suplex that gets a count of 2. He can really drive Ray into the canvas quite hard. Back mount by Guerrero, who transitions from a face lock before awkwardly applying a full surfboard stretch. He couldn't get that leg locked for a little bit, could he?
I have a question.
Go for it.
So with this move, right? I mean, to be fair, it looks like it sucks anyway.
Yeah.
But the process of getting in it
is ridiculous.
It's one of those things where it's like, you might as well just say to the person verbally so everyone can hear, we're going to do this now, so let me just stand on you, and then if you could lift up the bottoms of your legs and give me your arms back, that would be great.
Right, the way that this should be done, if it's going to be done, you're right, it's got to be done right. And for me, the leg bit you can kind of hook up yourself. I get that. If someone's kind of unaware and not resisting it, because if they go stiff, you're fucked. But then again, that's wrestling done.
Yeah.
So I get the leg bit, fine. But the arm bit, because you've seen it before where people will fight it and they'll put their arms ahead of them and people smack their sides, so it makes their arms come down. Then you go, right, I've got that one, now I'm going to hit that side and grab the other one. Then it works. Right. It's a bit convoluted to get there.
It's a bit of like a gentle tap, and it's kind of like reminding that person, oh, you need my arm.
But,
okay.
But sometimes they literally go,
yeah.
Ow. So I don't know if that came across through the microphone, but I just took my arm back there, and I assume I just decked the radiator because my knuckle is owing right now. Yeah. But I'll keep it professional. We'll press ahead. The swear words that came out of my head were glorious. I just want you to know that. Although in his determination, Eddie almost manages to pin himself and has to break the hold. STF applied by Guerrero, who continues to keep the pace nice and steady. Eddie transitions to a hammerlock, but Mysterio gets to his feet and after landing 2 elbows, flips over the back of his opponent and arm drags him all the way to the outside. Eddie slowly walks around the ring, but as he goes to re-enter, is hit with a baseball slide dropkick and moments later eats a corkscrew crossbody over the top rope, where he saves Ray from landing very nastily.
Looks good though.
It does look good. Very good. Deafening kick to the back of the knee as Guerrero is rolled back inside, and from the apron, Mysterio connects with a seated senton. So some of these typos are great. I'm going to say what it actually is though. Duck of a clothesline, but Mysterio runs directly into a back elbow that floors him. Only one of the 3 amigos scores, as on the second, Mysterio lands on his feet and nearly steals a victory with a roll-up. A brutal back suplex over the knee. Oh, mate, that looks rough.
Yeah.
Over the knee from Eddie leads to a close near fall, and now he returns to the 3 amigos. Whilst he does connect with 2, on the third attempt, Mysterio wraps his legs around the head of Eddie and connects with a head scissors that sees former WWE champion draped over the middle rope. Only in a Ray match. 619 is ducked, and Guerrero delivers a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker that gets him a 1-2-no. We can see that Mysterio is bleeding from the mouth, and I'm not entirely sure when this would have occurred. Potentially the back elbow that he ran into. Eddie looks frustrated, but the crowd chant his name as he walks around the ring with hands on hips. At the third time of asking for 3 amigos, it connects, and now the former Latino Heat heads to the top rope, but he narrowly, and I do mean narrowly, misses with a frog splash. Why, Ray, did you roll that way?
Yeah.
Because Eddie thought, okay, I'm going to go short so you can roll away. And Ray went, nah, I'm going to run towards the corner, or roll towards the corner. And Eddie must have thought, oh, fuck me, as he did the jump. So
it's impressive to watch, like, because I have no recollection if I've ever seen this before, but to watch it, like, that to me looks a bit more real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, yeah, you've moved out of the way at the nick of time. But yeah, I did watch it and go, ooh.
Yes, and you're right, it has more realism because it was closer to being a real incident, yeah. Both men are down and the referee begins his count. Rolling cradle pin attempt by Mysterio is countered into a pin from Guerrero, but it is not enough for 3. Any questions the official... what?
Eddie?
Yeah. Eddie, because I was like, the rest of this doesn't make... Yeah, any questions for the official, please write in to www.whogivesaffuck.com. Any questions? Oh, still, Eddie questions the official, and this buys Mysterio enough time to land a pair of kicks to the midsection. I think my knuckle hurts more than I think it does.
What do you think?
Yeah, when he closes in. Ray charges in and flips up to the shoulders of Eddie, who flips him onto his feet, only to run into a leg trip that once again places him over the middle rope.
Shocking.
619 scores, and Guerrero goes stumbling all the way to the opposite side of the ring. West Coast Pop is countered into a lovely powerbomb, and nothing says cruiserweight action like a Hurricane Rana variant turned into a powerbomb. Give it to me.
Very good.
Guerrero stacks him up, but only gets a count of 2. Eddie once again argues with Jimmy Corderas, and the fans are still rallying behind him, though, so that's good. Guerrero charges into a high elbow, but looks to deliver a tilt-a-whirl, only to find it countered into a Hurricane Rana that Mysterio holds onto the leg to secure the 1, 2, 3. Bit of a stolen win there, but Mysterio's off the mark at WrestleMania. The real streak begins now. Your winner of this match by pinfall, Rey Mysterio. Eddie has a look of disbelief on his face as Mysterio looks to take his leave before changing his mind. A disappointed Guerrero walks across the ring and extends a hand for the tag champions to shake hands, which they do as Eddie's WrestleMania swan song draws to an end. What do you think of the match?
I actually really enjoyed it. Obviously, when we talk about it, there are little things to the, like little tweaks and issues that you do pick up on. But this, for me, is great. This is what I like. It felt quick, which it wasn't a short... I
don't think it was.
It wasn't a short match, but it felt... Because there was a lot in it, for me, this is how I like it. It's great.
When there's a lot in it, you like it. That's
all.
I
didn't realise that's how it sounds.
It hit me delayed. You saying that, and I went, no, something sounded naughty there. Let's revisit that.
Standard.
But to be fair, by the time we got to this point of the show, I'm pretty sure it was about half an hour in.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. And bearing in mind, it's the only match, and at no point have we gone, oh, this is dragging.
No.
So yeah, well done.
It was a very, very good pace.
What did you score it?
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Really?
Yep, exactly what I scored it.
I just get well happy when you
do.
feel the same as me.
Do you think that's like a justification for what you thought? Or you feel validated?
It makes me feel like, maybe I do know a little bit of something.
I'll tell you, if you're using me as the barometer, you probably need to be aiming higher, if I'm being quite honest. I
shock you sometimes by having some ridiculous scores, or pretending I do.
Let's not do...
That's
okay,
my
fine.
favourite. That was one of my favourite things I've ever done.
Was that the last show or the one before?
I think it was the one before.
Yeah, I don't think it was
great.
the Terry Funk WrestleFest. But...
No.
Okay, so backstage we see WWE Champion Jay...
Yep.
Bradshaw Layfield walking beside his cabinet, who've got more personality than, which includes the Basham brothers and United States Champion Orlando Jordan. Both of those we've discussed on the show previously. We saw the Basham brothers in a tag team title match. I think they were in the 4-way tag team thing at WrestleMania 20, yes. I think.
I do believe that is correct.
And they also were at No Way Out when Eddie Guerrero won the titles, but they were against, I think it was Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty.
Oh.
Maybe. I think I might have conflated 2 shows there, to be fair. But either way, we have seen them before. And of course... Danny Basham. No, Doug Basham, I was right the first time, I think, is the guy from OVW, The Wrestlers, that TV series. Yep.
I remember just calling them Basham 1 and Basham 2.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, just call them shit if you want. It doesn't really, no skin off my nose. JBL says that he cannot wait to see John Cena worship at his feet here in the Staples Center. The laughing is cut short as something catches the champion's eyes. And he remarks, "Look what the cat dragged in." Walking into shot wearing a t-shirt and pants is World Heavyweight Champion Triple H alongside the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Tell me about how upset you were seeing him in a t-shirt and pants.
I hate that so much.
With coffee stirrer in his mouth, Triple H smiles and puts his arm around Flair and remarks that Orlando's suit is not bad. Not bad. Good compliment there from Flair. His tie, meanwhile, is fucking up my vision. Did you see his tie? It was like the Doppler effect or something, where I was looking at it and my eyes were going cross-eyed because it was the two close together and the TV just doesn't pick up on it. Triple H mockingly points at JBL and whispers in Rick's ear, "Hey, look, it's the wrestling god," before outright saying, "What a joke." I like that, to be fair. It's bad, though, when Triple H has to use JBL to get cool points. Mm-hmm. Triple H, or as it says here, Triple 8, which I'm pretty... No, that was 118. I was getting confused there. Says, if you want to look at a wrestling god, you have to look no further than he himself. Pretty sure Ric Flair's standing next to you, mate, but okay. JBL says no, he has to look in the mirror, because last time he checked, wrestling gods don't lose, and he's the only champion in history to have never lost. Technically right.
Well, yeah, but... I don't know.
Because that was the first time he won the WWE title, and he has yet to lose it. Every other champion has won it, but also then lost it. JBL says that for the 10th time tonight, Triple H will lose that title. JBL guarantees that he will take care of John Cena. What does that mean?
Oh.
Bathe him? Nurse him back to health? What do you mean take care of him?
Oh, that's, I mean...
Yeah, so it'd be very nice. I don't want to see it.
Well, absolutely not.
No, that's nightmare fuel right there, actually, the more I think about that. But anyway, we'll come away from that. As Triple H pretends to sip from the clearly empty cup, he says that JBL can keep telling himself that he's good, and he's sure that after a while somebody will eventually believe him. JBL says he is that good.
Oh, God. Honestly, though, the more that this conversation went on, the less I just care. It's like, you know, in your playground, and it's like kids just throwing really shitty insults at each other that are just like, oh, it's awful.
Well, it's funny you say that, because the next thing out of JBL's mouth is, your mum. And I thought that was weird. So the game says that they'll have to wait to see at the end of the night who is still champion, which JBL agrees on. Foreshadowing? The World Heavyweight Champion walks out of shot, and before the Nature Boy follows, he returns to Orlando Jordan and woos loudly, making the United States champion jump.
That was my favourite part of this whole segment.
No, it has to absolutely be Triple H pretending to drink out of a clearly empty cup.
So bad.
Barely
acting.
tips it. We can see from the angle, nothing's
There's
come
nothing
to your
in there.
lips,
Yeah.
and you go, and
It's a
does the
really
whole mouth acting for it.
Over accentuated fake.
Oh,
it's like he chews as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is it? A cup of soup?
Is it paste? Are you coffee paste? What have you got?
It's got croutons.
Imagine
in there.
he's having or French onion soup with like a bit of Gruyere and croutons on there. But back on food.
Niche.
Back on food.
Didn't take long.
No, actually, the reason I said that is because there's
Are you
a
having
pub.
French onion soup for dinner?
Oh God, I hope not. No, to be fair, I don't mind that. But no, there's a pub just down the road from where we live, and they had a whole revamp thing, and it's turned into like a gastro pub.
Ooh,
And the food there was stunning. Me and Em went, met with one of my schoolmates. Blowers, the guy from the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know him. And yes, that is the name he goes by. No questions. And he was like, oh, is everyone having 3 courses? And I was thinking, well, I wasn't geared up for this because it's not exactly cheap.
Oh, okay.
But fine.
Sure.
And then went, oh, actually, yeah. And I was like, oh, I can't go, no, you fucking can't. So I've got to be like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. And I was like, I just don't need 3 courses. I'll just have.
Right.
And then when they came round, she said, is everyone having 3 courses? My mate went, yep. And I went, oh, okay.
Well, you are now, yeah.
So what I had was, for anyone that's interested, and I assume everyone's interested,
Obviously.
I had crab and sweet corn fritters, which were like
Nice, okay.
balls. And they came with like an apple chutney on it
Oh,
and a couple of other things. And like, you know, when they do
Bougie.
the sauce on the plate and the back of the spoon.
of course, yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't quite
I watched me some MasterChef.
not a quenelle. Not there was nothing of that, but
No.
they
Yeah.
but yeah.
I don't know what it's called. but
So
yeah.
I had that. Em had French onion soup, which obviously came with a Gruyere and the croutons, of course. My mate had cheese souffle,
Oh,
which was a little mini cheese souffle, came with a little pot of cheese sauce.
wow.
Looked stunning, not going to lie.
Gout in a bowl.
Yeah, sadly, he actually suffers from that
Oh,
little bit
no.
of occasion. Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
damn.
I know, bless his little
Gosh.
cottons. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, actually.
Oh,
For main,
yeah.
I went to go with what Em had because I didn't see it on the menu at first.
Right.
So, but then when the waitress said, oh, what were you going to have?
Yeah.
And I said it, she went, oh, that's so good. I went, okay, right, I'll stick with my gut instinct. So I went with chicken supreme,
Okay.
which was kind of, I can't think of the word, where they break it in half, not fillet it, they
Like
butterfly it.
Yeah.
And it was on like truffle mash, and it had
Good Lord.
nice mushrooms around it and green beans.
Oh my God, my mouth is filled with saliva.
Yeah, yeah, it's working for me. And Em had duck breast.
You lost me. It doesn't interest me in the slightest.
Stunning.
Oh, okay.
Stunning. And it was like with a blackberry jus and what's it called? The Dauphinoise potatoes, but where it's like completely rigid, like in a beautiful little
okay.
cuboid shape. Not cuboid, whatever, who cares? I do, because I'm telling you. My mate had a burger, lazy, I thought. But the chips, you wouldn't have liked them because they were
they're
fat
really
chips.
fat
But
chips.
they looked great.
Okay.
But yeah, you wouldn't have gone for that. Burger looked decent.
Okay.
Pudding.
Pudding.
Apple
okay.
crumble.
Oh, custard?
No, it came with ice cream.
Okay, I mean, that's fair enough.
But it tasted like it was nice, but it tasted like a healthy one. Because you know when you think of like apple
what's
crumble,
that?
It's like the
I want to taste
plutonium
sugar and butter in there.
Yeah, the plutonium-looking hot apple. Like if
Oh.
it comes from McDonald's, it's going to melt your face.
Oh, it's hot for a year.
Like honest to God,
Yeah.
it is hotter than the sun.
Yeah.
That's what took down. Oh Christ, I can't think of it. Not Pamplona. That's the Running Bulls.
Pompeii.
Vesuvius. Pompeii.
Oh.
Thank you.
Are you
Pompeii.
impressed? I don't fucking know that.
When you're correcting me, I've got to look at myself, haven't I? Yeah, but thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, the apple was actually what came out and took out
Yeah.
the people of Pompeii. Make it,
Oh.
edit Jamie, edit that to make it sound like I said that joke flawlessly.
He doesn't listen to me anyway, so it's
He
fine.
doesn't listen to this, so it's fine. But it was like proper chunks of apple, small, but you could see like the skin on it and stuff like that. And it was nice,
Nice.
but it wasn't like the ratio. You'd have been upset of the ratio of topping, like the crumble itself
Yeah.
to the apples. It was nice. To be fair, had it been the stodgy version, I might have shit myself there. It
Fair.
was intense, and we
Fair.
walked the dog there and back. So,
Oh, okay.
but really nice.
Nice, good.
Should do. Cost me £100.
Gosh.
Sorry, I paid for him. It wasn't just £100 for two. And she had pistachio souffle with chocolate ice cream for
Again,
pudding.
lost me, I'll be honest.
Yeah, she said, I don't think I've ever had pistachio. I went, well, I'm glad you ordered the souffle then. She really liked it, to be fair.
That is lucky.
But funny part of that was, so it arrived, looked fantastic, and then she went, I think the dog's a bit fussy, I need to take him out. Took the dog out, and then was talking to my mate, and he said, there's going to be nothing left at the time she gets back. And I thought, why are we eating it? And he went, no, look. And the souffle just gone, and
was it
sunk to like
dropping?
half the height.
Oh.
But she loved it, to be fair.
Oh,
It was
good.
nice. What are we talking about? Wrestling.
I don't know how we got into the topic of food, though. Oh,
We're
cup
hungry.
of soup.
Cup of soup and Triple H's
Yeah.
big face. Yep.
Standard.
The camera now takes us to ringside where we see Adam Sandler applauding sat beside the boil on his arse, Rob Schneider. Now, I like Rob Schneider's work for the most part, but I saw a joke recently about him that made me laugh. It may well have been a tweet, but it said this, and I am quoting the tweet. Rob Schneider couldn't even get AIDS unless Adam Sandler gave it to him. And I thought, it's a good gag. Poor taste, good gag.
Okay.
But now, Holly,
Yes.
we're in for a real treat.
Ooh.
It's the very first ever Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yes.
When you knew this was coming up next, because now it's its own pay-per-view, did you know that it used to be exclusively it's on WrestleMania?
No, I did not.
And it was for about 5-6 years?
Oh, okay.
Maybe
so it was
more.
It was just part of Mania. Like, here's the Money in the Bank match.
I'm trying to think when the first Money in the Bank pay-per-view was, because that's when it went away from WrestleMania, and I think it was around 2010,
Okay.
and this is 2005. So all the years up to that, it was held at WrestleMania. The competitors:
Yes.
Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Christian with Tomko, important to point that out, Shelton Benjamin, Edge, Kane. Thoughts of that as a lineup?
Great. There was one person I was a bit like, oh, okay. To me,
And
he
why
just
was it
doesn't
Kane?
fit. Yeah, he just doesn't fit the mould of everyone else, though.
But
I get why.
that being said, and I might be mistaken, but I think for the most part they always put one person in that match, and you go, why?
I mean, it makes sense when you see it, but
There's a future Money in the Bank ladder match, by the way, that has Ric Flair in it.
really,
Yep, exactly. And that's the way you go, you're not in. You're not like these.
Yeah.
Why are you here? Sound like Border Patrol down in certain countries, shall we say. But yeah, so Kane kind of works, because if you have like a big man like that, you can work off him
Yes.
being a big man.
yeah,
In my opinion, don't put more than one of that.
no, it did. The one works.
Yeah, and to
actually,
be
if
fair,
you're putting anyone in that is bigger and of that stature, he is the one that I would much prefer them put in
Mark Henry.
as.
No, I'm just saying, like, someone, and to be fair, I think
Yeah.
Mark Henry might be in another one, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. So, but no, after hearing all of these people, I was like, oh, all right,
Yep.
I'm here for it.
Yep. But again, look, Chris Benoit, gone from main event winning at the previous
True.
WrestleMania. He's not opening the show, but he's in a kind of, effectively what this is, and I do have a story, but I'm actually going to paraphrase from it a little bit.
All right.
Chris Jericho effectively was the person that kind of came up with the concept of this match. He obviously discussed it with the creative team, but effectively they got to WrestleMania season and they went, well, look, we've got so many people that don't have a feud going into the event. A lot of them are former, like, if not title holders, contenders at that level. let's give them something to actually have a match for to make it worthwhile, really. So Jericho can be credited with that part of the Money in the Bank case. And looking at this lineup, you go, yeah. I mean, maybe you look at Shelton Benjamin and go, he's probably the furthest away from what you'd consider to be a world title level competitor.
Maybe, but I also think of it and go, but knowing how he wrestles, for me, I'm like, yeah, fine.
I've put it down later in this, and I know we'll discuss it more. He looks like a fucking superstar in this match.
I'll give you a spoiler. I put at the end here, we don't do man of the matches, but if we did, he'd be mine.
Yep.
By far.
Yep, he doesn't put a foot wrong in this match.
He's excellent. He excels.
Exquisite.
Thank you. That's, so good.
Yeah, and this is a real, welcome. You've arrived kind of moment for him, even though he's the Intercontinental Champion. So again, no Intercontinental title match from WrestleMania. We saw Orlando Jordan with a US title, not featuring.
That's so true, actually. I didn't think about that.
Tag team titles not on the line.
No.
Very strange in the way it was set up.
That is odd.
Who are you backing in this one?
Christian.
Oh, because he's cut his hair. Otherwise, Edge would have been the one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks a little bit demented in this match for me.
A little bit.
He's starting to kind of get to the little bit broken phase, not to Nick Matt Hardy's gimmick, of course. And from here, we eventually turn it into the Rated R Superstar.
Yes.
So, yeah, and I think, again, at SummerSlam later on in the year is after the whole Lita and Edge thing comes out, and he has his match with Matt Hardy, which, remember, got cut off because of the blood.
Yes.
So he was Money in the Bank holder going into that.
I see.
Spoiler alert.
Well.
Did you know that, though?
No.
You forgot that was... Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So that worked for you.
Of course I did.
So if I'm looking at this lineup, I would have been either, if I'm being realistic, with Jericho or Benjamin, and then Benoit would have been my third.
Yeah.
Jericho I always liked when he was a good guy, and I was always disappointed when he was a bad guy.
Jericho would have been up there if, as soon as he came out, I didn't remember, it was this Jericho with the hair.
Oh, the coiffed,
like,
medium-length hair.
Yeah, it's as it called it, soccer mum hair.
It's
not as coiffed as AJ Styles, but it's like mum that's gone to the hairdressers and had a blowout.
Blowout, yep, there it is. Absolutely. First and perhaps most importantly making his way down to the ring first is Chris Jericho, as Howard Finkel informs us that he was born and raised in Manhasset, New York. Again, Vince just doesn't want people to say they're from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Christian, I don't remember actually, I don't think I noted it down, but he used to get, you're from Florida now. Edge can still be from Canada because he's a prick.
Tombola. Where are we from today?
Yeah, quite. Well, at least they do it for, was it Dolph Ziggler, I think, used to do it, but Tyler Breeze definitely did it from his vacation residence in Switzerland or something, yeah. Next out is former World Heavyweight Champion, the Rabid Wolverine, although my phone likes to call it the Rabbit Wolverine.
No Neck Benoit.
No Neck Benoit, or Cutty Face Benoit, or Murderer of Two Benoit, whichever one you want to go with.
Yeah.
We can see that the Canadian is wearing the wounds of war as he has had 25 stitches above his right eyebrow, apparently following a match within the week against Tomko. Clumsy. When you saw Tomko come out, did you go,
No.
Bald, tattoos, definitely looks like a prick.
No, not for me, this one.
Was it the devil's goatee that got you? Pointy.
This guy's not for me, no.
He's muscly, he's tall.
Yeah, I mean, we make it sound like anyone that's got a couple of muscles is all right, but he's just not.
No, but I said bald, I said tall, I said, come on, he was fitting a lot of the characteristics, but that's fine.
Stop.
Speaking of, out next is Captain Charisma, Christian being accompanied to the ring by the man who caused Benoit to need stitches. His former tag team partner, Edge, makes his way to the ring, and Holly, his tongue cannot be contained to his mouth, which really pisses me off. It's like watching Becky Lynch do the promos.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Next out is Kane, and he actually gets some cool pyro as the ladders surrounding the entryway all go up in flames, and we're immediately underway. As he marches his way down to the ring, he meets Edge with a right hand as he runs up the aisleway to meet him. Now Shelton takes an uppercut to the chin, and Jericho and Benoit also take right hands, before last but not least, Christian gets the same treatment. Holly looks confused.
I'll find you. I've lost you in my notes already.
Literally, Kane coming to the ring, starts punching people.
All over the gaff.
I guess we're underway as all participants look to take out who in theory is the biggest threat of them all. Kane begins tossing opponents in every which direction, and I wish I chose that wording better, until he eventually marches into the ringside area. He lifts the ring apron but is blindsided by a number of competitors and is sent for a double-team suplex by Chris Benoit and Shelton Benjamin. On the opposite side of the ring, as Christian is putting a ladder between the ropes, Chris Jericho leaps from the apron and pendulums the steel into the face of his opponent from the previous year's event. Apparently Christian... Whatever happened to Christian and Trish? I thought they'd be married with kids by now at this point. Apparently Christian getting his clock clean signals the bell to sound for this match. It's literally as soon as Jericho does it, goes ding!
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's good timing.
Getting his clock clean. Do you like that, didn't you?
I did. It really made me smile.
Yeah. Benjamin begins unloading with right hands in the corner on Jericho, but his whip is reversed, and as he rebounds out of the buckles, he is driven into the canvas with a bulldog. Not the British one, of course.
No.
Edge and Benoit are exchanging right hands on the apron, but are both sent back down to the floor as Jericho delivers a second rope springboard dropkick. Slingshot crossbody to the floor follows, and Jericho wipes out Edge. Moments later, Christian springs off the middle rope and lands on Jericho, Edge and Benoit on the outside. I get a theme going here. Not to be outdone, Shelton comes sailing over the top rope with a senton that wipes out everybody, including Tomko. Yay! Would you believe it, Holly? The big red fucking machine has ascended to the top turnbuckle and leaps into the masses, ensuring that everybody and their mother are down. With a bit of time on his hands, Kane retrieves a ladder from under the ring and cracks it into Edge, then Christian, before being taken out with a missile dropkick from Jericho. Now Jericho has the ladder and drives it into the midsection of Shelton before scoring with a shot to the dome. Ladder shot knocks down Edge, and Jericho finishes off by raising above his head and letting go, causing the steel to land on his opponent. A smile creeps across the face of Jericho, but is quickly removed as Benoit secures him from behind and sends both him and the ladder sailing overhead in a German suplex. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Benoit heads out of the ring to retrieve the ladder, and when he returns he sets it up in the middle and begins to climb. About halfway up though, he is caught by the throat courtesy of Kane, but as he looks to complete the chokeslam, Benoit turns it into a crippler crossface. Fine.
It's fine. It's a bit pointless,
Just incapacitate
but,
him.
You know, why not?
Yep. What was he supposed to do? Fine, I'll take the chokeslam.
Yeah.
Like, God, I can't make you
Go
submit.
on.
I'll just take it then. Edge breaks up the hold, only to then be secured in the same grip, and the hold is only broken when Kane drives the point of the ladder into the chest of the rabid Wolverine. He does let go just at about the right amount of time. Had the camera been slightly further away, that would have looked like he just literally had his head taken off with it. But still, looked good.
Looked good,
Yeah, it did. Kane secures Ben, apparently I'm calling him that now,
Fair.
by the arm with the ladder and begins to rapidly slam it shut, but is then himself taken out with a spear by Edge. Look at this, Holly. We appear to have a reunion as Edge and Christian take a moment to look at one another before knowing what needs to be done without saying a single word. It's a reunion.
I'm here for it.
Both men have ladders in hand, and when Kane reaches his feet, he finds himself sandwiched between the charging what?
You're right.
Between the charging...
Go on.
I'm going to read it word for
Okay.
word. Sandwiched between the charging for a tag team champions, but I think I meant
Former?
former tag team champions.
I'll be honest, I liked that this happened because in my head I thought, oh, that's going to happen. Kane's going to move out of the way and they're going to run and hit each other.
Yep.
So because it didn't, I was happy.
It's basically a concerto, but a conladero.
Oh.
Yes, there's probably a better way of saying that. So
Works for me.
clearly not what I wrote down. That was garbage. Edge now props the ladder in the corner of the ring before whipping Shelton hard against the steel. Edge is stalking his target and charges across the ring looking to hit the spear, only to be elevated and dropped with a what is this move called, Holly?
Oh, fuck knows. Electric chair.
Yes, a flapjack onto the ladder.
Bollocks.
The fans are fully behind the
I've even written it.
You wrote it and you still
I
didn't
wrote
say
I
it.
just wouldn't know.
Brilliant. The fans are fully behind the Intercontinental Champion, who resets the ladder and drives the back of Edge's head against the rungs. From the opposite corner of the ring, he takes flight and delivers a stinger splash against the steel. Benjamin finds himself alone and sets up the ladder under the briefcase. A slow climb by Shelton, who manages to get a hand on the briefcase but is met atop by Jericho as the two men begin to exchange right hands and Holly's caught back up with proceedings.
Yeah.
Now Christian is on the scene and sets up a second ladder, joining the melee at the top, with Benoit standing across from him. His injured arm is hanging, but he lands a series of knife-edge chops. That's how you sell, by the way. He looks like, oh my god, his arm's broken in some capacity, and that's great.
Yeah.
Now Edge brings a third ladder to the party, and it is anybody's game. Christian grabs Benoit by the arm and leaps from the ladder, delivering a brutal divorce cord, because it doesn't only separate the arm, it divorces it. Benjamin manages to shove Jericho down to the canvas, and now it's just he and Edge up top.
This is outrageous.
The Canadian moves to join him on the same ladder and begins to unload right hands until he's caught, and in an incredible turn of events, finds himself T-bone superplexed down to the canvas.
Outstanding.
I mean, fair play to Shelton, fair fucks Christian.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I've got to flip off this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
This very much feels like it is Shelton Benjamin's coming out party. A wily Jericho, not that coming out party, a wily Jericho pushes the base of the ladder, ensuring it falls on the two men, which I actually think is a nice touch.
Yeah.
And now he clears some space, leaving only one ladder standing. Jericho is buying a lot of time, and he eventually cuts Christian off with a kick to the midsection, causing him to fall, and prop a ladder in place against the one that is standing.
Mm-hmm.
Now Jericho begins his climb, but as he gets his fingertips on the briefcase, Benjamin incredibly runs up the propped ladder and clotheslines Jericho all the way down to the outside.
Outstanding. Again.
One of the best Money in the Bank ladder matches of all time.
Outstanding.
Moments, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like, because one wrong step and you fuck that massively.
Yeah, if you slip or whatever, your foot is through one of those rungs.
Yep.
Well, it's game over, really.
Yeah, you might break your leg, you might bollock yourself, but he
so good.
nails everything, hits the target, brilliant, the crowd love it. I consider this to be an all-time WrestleMania performance by Shelton here, and he deserves full credit.
Yep.
Shelton reaches the top of the ladder, but is dropped hard courtesy of a ladder shot by Christian, who in turn is knocked on his backside by a rampaging Big Red Machine. Kane grabs Shelton by the throat and chokeslams him over the top rope, causing his ankle to get trapped between the top and middle strand. Be willing to bet that wasn't the intention.
Yeah, no.
Tomko has seen enough and enters the ring, levelling Kane with a big boot. Tomko sets up the ladder and picks up a deadweight Christian, who he places on his shoulders and begins to climb the ladder with. Not quite James Ellsworth, but
this
Rhino
is what
did this.
Yeah, and also much later, this is what. It was when there was the women's one, and the guy, is it Dexter
Loomis
helped the girl's name?
Indy Hartwell.
Thank you. That's how they did it as well,
Yes.
isn't it? With the sit on shoulders. But this would have been obviously the original.
No,
never
no.
a Money in the Bank one, no.
Money in the Bank, yes.
Yeah.
The
Obviously
first
we saw Rhino do it with.
was it? I think it was
tag.
Christian actually, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because he ran down at WrestleMania 17 in TLC, and they did that. To some sort of ladder. Yep. So he does that. Back on his feet. No, I've lost it. There we go. There we go. Christian is near the top, but Kane is back on his feet, and he sends Tomko flying out of the ring with a clothesline that the big dope preemptively jumps for.
Shit.
Christian is trying to release the briefcase and has to stop in order to rain down right hands on Kane. Kane changes his game plan as he shoves the ladder supporting Christian that sees him fly all the way down to the outside, landing on Tomko. 2 nasty fucking bumps for Christian,
Yeah.
who we forget also jumped off to deliver the divorce court to Chris Benoit earlier on.
He's earned his paycheck.
Certainly has. Kane is alone in the ring, and that's sadder than it sounds, and he sets a ladder in the middle and slowly starts to climb. Jericho is scrambling and manages to cut him off before he can retrieve the title opportunity. After a number of right hands, the ladder sways and both men fall down, Jericho going all the way to the outside, whilst Kane lands awkwardly on the sideways steel. A one-armed Benoit emerges and sets up a ladder in the corner. The crowd know what's coming as he begins to climb as he sells the injury beautifully.
He does, but I don't want this.
With a bloody nose,
I don't want it.
he signals that the end is near as he draws his thumb across his throat before he connects with a diving headbutt from the top of the ladder. An incredible visual as we see Benoit arriving to the canvas, blood erupts from the stitches in his head. The fans begin to cheer for the former world champion, who slowly climbs the ladder, but Kane sits bolt upright. At the top of the ladder, Kane grabs Benoit by the throat, but the rabid Wolverine is having none of it and scores with a series of headbutts that drop the Big Red Machine down to the canvas. Benoit reaches up to grab the briefcase, but is sent swiftly crashing back down to the canvas as a steel chair strike cracks him in his injured arm. I remember thinking as well, because he gets hit, makes no noise, falls, hits the canvas and goes, ah, and starts really screaming. And I thought, that makes sense. I feel like you get hit and go down and go, oh shit, like that really hurts. So I actually thought at first, I was like, oh, is that a shit selling job? I went, no, actually it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. A wild-eyed Edge clutches the briefcase after he retrieves it from the top of the ladder, and your very first Money in the Bank winner is the future rated R superstar.
Yep.
Holly, what do you think of the match?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is a bit of me. I enjoyed this a lot. 4 out of 5. Easy.
4 stars.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This makes me happy.
We're dead on for both of the first 2 matches.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I, even with the little bit of apprehension of Kane being in it, worked so well. And all of those people just fit those matches.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. As I said, Shelton Benjamin, ridiculous.
Incredible performance.
Ridiculous.
Incredible. Cannot praise that highly enough. One of the best WrestleMania performances I've seen up to this point.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I think it was, and it's kind of, it's almost sad how it never then turned into what it could have been for him. Not that he didn't have a good run, because he was there for long enough. Went back there even and had another run, but yeah, felt can't help but feel as a missed opportunity.
Yeah, like watching that, I was like, that's epic.
Yeah,
like unreal.
Have you ever seen the footage of him from? I think it was after he went from SmackDown to Raw. One of the first things he did, or in the early part of that run, he had a match with Shawn Michaels on Raw, and from the apron he springs to the top rope, leaps literally about 3/4 of the way across the ring, and is kicked out the sky with Sweet Chin Music by Shawn Michaels, and it is phenomenal.
No, I don't think I've
You need to
seen
look
that.
at the clip, because Michaels times the kick perfectly, and Shelton sells it like he's still moving forward as he then starts to go back from the impact. Really good.
Okay, I'll have to
Really good.
have a little look.
And they use that moment quite a lot in replays for like in highlight reels for
Oh,
a
maybe
time.
I'll see it and go, it's that.
You
like,
probably will.
light bulb moment.
Probably will. JR and King discuss the carnage that they just saw and hypothesise about when Edge will cash in his title opportunity. A look of confusion comes across their face as a hobbled Eugene limps his way down to the ring. A very excited Eugene requests the microphone after stumbling into the ring so he can dress. I don't think he can dress himself, bless him, those in attendance. Full of wonder, Eugene points up at the WrestleMania logo before beginning. Eugene says that he cannot believe he's made it to WrestleMania, and that this right here is his second favourite WrestleMania ever. His favourite, of course, was WrestleMania 3 when King Kong Bundy body slammed a midget. Then all the good midgets and all the bad midgets created a midget army and attacked King Kong Bundy. Midgets are awesome. Direct quote.
Yeah, I know.
WrestleMania is awesome, and this is the greatest night of his life. Music begins to flood the speakers, which I will also not imitate. And Holly, let me introduce you to Muhammad Hassan. We've mentioned him before.
Yep.
This is your first time seeing him, I believe.
Yep.
Thoughts?
I was very confused, I'll be honest, to start with, so I just obviously Googled him and read all about that story, and it didn't last very long.
It didn't last very long, did it, for the Italian?
I know.
Yep.
What's he called? Mark Capani.
Mark Capani, yeah, that's it.
You've got to say it with the hand
Mark
inflection,
Capani.
haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I say it like I'm surprised. I'm really not. But
To be fair, I don't think this gimmick would have worked as well for Tony D'Angelo, if I'm honest.
probably
Or
not,
Nunzio.
But yeah. Yeah.
Well, the thing that actually got it the kibosh was actually something that stemmed from the UK. You probably would have looked that up.
Wasn't it 7/7?
The London bombings, wasn't it,
Yeah.
on the underground and the public transport? Because I think it was the same day. They then aired that from SmackDown or the day after, and they went, "You have got to can this," and through no fault of his own, he is then kicked out effectively.
Yes, because I read that the television network were the ones that basically said, "No, we're not. You're not doing this.
Don't
anymore."
do that.
So
I mean, it's
an
like
interesting read though.
I mean, the timing of it's poor. Don't get me wrong. I think, to be fair, I'd like to think at least they recorded, because SmackDown was pre-taped. I'd like to think that they had recorded that prior to that event happening.
Yeah, I don't
which
know
I
if
feel
it's in my story. I think, as in, I read it. Oh yeah, so they recorded it on the 4th.
Yeah.
But it was due to air, or it aired on the 7th.
Yeah.
Which
was the day off, wasn't it?
But I don't know.
And It's weird though. If you think about just think about a TV show though. If you saw that on a TV show, you wouldn't think anything of it. But in a wrestling event, for some reason, it's like no. Audience, I guess, based on what they're targeting. But still, it seems weird that, again, timing really bad. But like atrocities kind of happen all over the world at the same time. And not to diminish that. What are we looking at this as though? Like, is it not supposed to have an element of the entertainment in? Whether it's entertaining or not is a different matter. But why? If like 24 did a scene like that, they would go, no, you can't have that.
Yeah, I don't know, but wasn't it because of his character was basically saying that he was discriminated against because of all the terrorism attacks that had happened,
then performs an act of terrorism.
And then, so I don't know if, I guess maybe that's I don't know.
I feel like he was always going to end up crossing that line in some capacity that would have been just like a you're done. It was such a poison chalice for him. Yeah, well done, main event, or I say main event, you're on the main event roster. But at the same time, here's a gimmick that will, in one form or another, absolutely end your career.
Yeah, it's weird because one of those is always going to stop at some point.
Yep. And so, and what can you do after that? You can't go, oh, I'm suddenly the altruistic evangelical. You can't flip the switch, and like you'd have to completely revamp your look and everything.
Yeah.
And it's just that was him done, realistically.
Yeah, it is weird because I think in my, he now works as he's a principal at a school.
Crazy.
Went into education.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Pays probably better. Okay, so, accompanied by Daivari, Hassan makes his way into the ring where he takes the microphone from Eugene's hand. In a thick mafioso accent, Muhammad asks Eugene if he has any idea why he's so angry. Eugene responds with, because you don't like midgets? Before chewing away on his thumb once more. Muhammad Hassan says that what he hates is being excluded from the biggest show of the year. Hollywood is filled with phonies and fakes. Shots fired. There's a long, profound history of prejudice and bigotry. Okay. Hassan is furious that he has to take a backseat to a disgrace like Eugene. Don't think anyone invited him down, to be fair. Daivari now grabs the microphone and begins screaming in what I assume is Farsi. Muhammad Hassan says he will not stand for this, and seeing as he wasn't given a WrestleMania moment, he's going to create one for himself. We know what's coming. With that, he drops Eugene, and both he and Daivari lay in strikes and kicks. I was waiting for Johnny Knoxville to come out from the ringer to protect him. Camel clutch applied in the middle of the ring, and Eugene begins to tap furiously. When all hope appears lost, Real American begins playing through the speakers as Hulk Hogan marches down to the ring. Even Adam Sandler is standing on his feet to applaud, and he's permitted Rob Schneider to join him.
It's great, I'll be honest. As soon as I heard the music, I was just happy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bopping along. But also, he takes his sweet damn time.
Of course he does.
If we're putting this into like a real situation, you'd be Eugene going, you hurry the fuck up.
Yeah.
Come on.
Also, if it's a real situation, I probably wouldn't play my music.
Yeah, would you come down in like 4 feather boas as well? Someone
breaks in the house and let's say Em's in the lounge and she's got the door.
Maybe you should actually. That might scare off intruders.
Just so someone's broken into the house, Em's in the lounge, she's shut the sliding door, someone's trying to get in, and then the guy's breaking in just says, I am a real American. What the fuck is going on? Then I just come down.
Feather boas on.
Finger at him in my pants. Just with an erection, of course.
Obviously.
And then that's going to be the scariest thing he's ever going to fucking see. You're not going to burgle that house.
No.
Like, what happened?
You're going to tell everyone else, don't go in that house.
What happened? The guy came downstairs with music playing in his pants and erection and started wagging his finger at me, calling me brother. He said, I don't know what happened.
I think it's great.
Well, let's hope that situation never plays out. But if it does, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
As Hogan slides into the ring, he is jumped by both men but quickly gets to his feet, where he delivers a win twice approved double noggin knocker.
Yep.
Right hand's in the corner by Hogan, who whips him across the ring and delivers a clothesline against the buckles. Off the ropes, and we get a big boot as the crowd go wild, and Hulk gets rid of the trash as he tosses Hassan over the top to the outside. From behind, Daivari strikes the Hulkster with a chair to the back, but oh my friend, that was a mistake. Mm-hmm. The finger point of doom, and a big right hand drops the manager before a big boot sees Daivari hit the canvas hard. Over the rope he goes the real American. Over the rope he goes. That's what it's trying to be. And Real American begins to play once again. Notice no leg drop, obviously having hip problems.
Do you know what I noticed as well? Eugene's gone.
Yeah, he's not important to this.
Yeah, but I was like, the whole reason
Comes out with a few midget gags and then bops off.
Hogan's come to help him. Hogan comes in. This guy's not seen again. He's gone.
Brilliant. Hogan tears his shirt and poses for the fans as JR screams that Hulkamania is alive and breathing and healthy as ever. Mm-hmm. We get a shot of Brooke Teeny at ringside watching on as her dad continues to pander to the fans, and alongside her is former WCW champion David Arquette.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Hogan exits the ring and makes his way backstage as the fans chant his name. He pauses at the top of the entryway and looks back over his shoulder. One final time, Hogan poses for the fans as Old Glory is displayed on the Jumbotron. We now head to Michael Cole and Taz, who are both in awe at what they just saw. They quickly shift gears as they discuss the upcoming match between The Undertaker and the Legend Killer. Holly, when you heard that this match was upcoming, 1, did you know it happened?
No.
2, did you care?
No.
Really?
No.
Okay, well in
sorry,
hindsight...
yes, no, I didn't care.
Fair enough. In hindsight, this is one of Undertaker's better WrestleMania matches, I think.
Yeah, I would agree having seen it. But up until... I just don't care. I don't care. Randy Orton's also not reached my desired
Fuckometer.
Randy level yet.
Yeah,
so
the thighs are juicy.
He still looks too much like a child here.
The thighs are juicy, but not ready for the squeezing.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They're not watermelon crushers yet.
No, watermelon crusher. There you go. That should be... It's like the...
That's a finishing move, that is.
Yeah, not... I was about to say the wrong name. Grace Jones.
Oh, okay.
Like where she used to kill people in one of the Bond films with her thighs.
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing.
Yeah, there you go. Watermelon crusher. Randy, take it. You can have it for free. We head to a promotional package that begins with Randy Orton and his incredible ascension up the rankings within the company, which includes his stint as the youngest ever World Heavyweight Champion in history. Orton says that he has become a legend killer, and we see him spit in the face of the likes of Mick Foley and Harley Race, as well as hitting the RKO on Sergeant Slaughter and Jerry the King Lawler. So now his attention is turned to the biggest legend of them all, the undefeated streak of The Undertaker at WrestleMania. In a face-to-face confrontation, we see Orton slap the dead man in the face. The tone of the package now changes as we go to grainy black and white footage of The Undertaker's streak at the grandest stage of them all. He says everyone goes into that event intending to defeat him, but no one has been able to do so. By slapping The Undertaker, Orton has sealed his own destiny and awoken the beast. Brock Lesnar. He's still trying to do Minnesota Vikings football. Actually, no, at this point, no, sorry, he was in New Japan Wrestling.
Oh.
With that, we see fire pyro go off down the entryway, engulfing Randy Orton. In order to show that he will not be bested by the dead man, Orton hits an RKO on his on-screen girlfriend, Stacy Keibler. Why?
I don't know.
How does that prove anything? Well, I got scared by The Undertaker, but I can beat this bitch.
Yeah, I don't know, I'll be honest.
Men.
This VT went on for 2 minutes longer than it should have.
I wonder if this was between bag shitting. Because this was bag shitting Randy Orton era right around here. In order to... we've done that. The gravity... the gravelly voice of Bob Orton. Bob Orton's back.
Mm-hmm.
Thought we'd lost him at WrestleMania. Have we? Fuck. Here he is. He pleads with The Undertaker not to take out his boy, who he believes is the future of this business. Not wrong. Cowboy even drops to one knee and asks for mercy on his son. Undertaker shakes his head and goes to walk away, but is prevented from doing so by a cowboy who has grabbed him by the wrist. The dead man turns back to facing him, but it's only a distraction as from out of nowhere, Orton hits the RKO. Just like the man himself at WrestleMania, Orton claims that the legend of The Undertaker will be dead. He's not actually dead. Randy, he's not dead. Fucking idiot. The dead man, we've done that. Much like we saw at WrestleMania the year before. Torch-wielding druids. Wielding, not wheeling. Wheeling, that'd have been amazing.
Wheeling, dealing.
Yeah.
Cloak stealing.
Brilliant. Torch-wielding druids make their way down to the ring and surround it from all sides as Gregorian music plays in the arena. The gong sounds and match number 3 will shortly begin.
I immediately have a bone to pick with this.
I thought you say me, so that's fine. Carry on.
No. This entrance is for me, this is the best Undertaker entrance
It's quick.
ever. But
Oh.
he does it first. So to me it's pointless. Because there's no one, like he stalks to the ring.
No one's there.
No one's there.
Well, you know why.
I mean, yeah, but do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
it
it's...
kind of was a bit like, I get it, but what's the point in you looking... And it looks like he's also like trying to look really menacing going into the... No one's there. No one cares.
All you'd have to do... You could have Orton come out first, sure, which would be logically the right thing to do. But you would have to have him for a long time. But then again, they must remove it pretty quickly, so it suggests that they can move it quicker than... I don't know.
Yeah,
It obviously
I don't
takes
know,
longer to set up.
It just fell a bit... Especially because I was like, oh, I like this one.
Yep.
It didn't take half an hour.
Yep.
I like that he was on some form of contraption where he didn't actually walk to the ring.
He was on a conveyor belt.
That was great. But yeah, when he got to the ring, I was like, all right, just get in, because no one's there to be like... No one's there to look nervous for it.
I just realised why. So the reason why he came out first is because they then needed that conveyor belt for supermarket sweep. So Dale Winton was backstage livid. Absolutely fucking livid. He's like... I
thought they were lining it up for the Generation game.
Brilliant. Another good reference. I was about to say Bring on the Wall in Dale Winton's accent, but that's a different show.
Oh, is it?
Was there a there was a slogan from... Oh, so what was the slogan in Supermarket Sweep?
Was it every time you hear the beep?
Beep, beep.
Don't forget.
Supermarket Sweep, something like that. Yeah.
Surely.
I fucking loved that show growing as a kid.
As a kid, whenever I was
I wanted
sick
to do it.
and that was on,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'd love to run around Asda, like being like, oh, here's a clue, go find it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Oh, lovely. Inflatable banana, 75 quid. Thank you very much. Wonderful. So the match, Undertaker versus Randy Orton. Enough Dale Winton for now.
Yeah.
Who were you backing?
All right. I know how this goes. I don't care. I'd rather watch Orton all day long.
Okay.
I don't care.
As long as he's not celebrating Lemmy, right?
Oh,
That was a sad moment that we saw that. I'd have been going for the dead man. Until he climbs the fucking ropes. As Michael Cole begins to spout the praise of The Undertaker in his 12-0 record at WrestleMania, we see the Phenom glide his way down to the ring, which is actually very cool given the smoke is hiding the contraption used to transport him. Pleasingly, Holly, this is probably one of the shortest Undertaker entrances of WrestleMania, although I must admit I wasn't running my stopwatch at the time.
that's probably why I liked it.
Exactly. I thought it was funny when you mentioned that you enjoyed it. I was like, yeah, I know why.
Sometimes things are better when they're quick.
Yeah. Like?
Just this.
A working day, I was going to say.
Oh.
Just this?
Well.
I thought you meant the podcast. I was like,
just this entrance.
well, I was going to say, we fuck that. It's an hour and 20 deep at this point.
Or when you're making dinner.
Yeah.
If that's quick, great.
Yeah. Fine. No, we'll leave that. Pleasingly, Holly, no, we've done that. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The rainfall pyro is incredible that Orton gets.
It is good.
Not only that, we also get Randy Orton's previous entrance theme, which I always actually used to like, and I thought it worked for him. He fucking hated it.
Really?
Which is why he got it changed. Hated it.
Oh, okay. Surprising.
Yeah, he hated a lot of things. Surprised he didn't shit on the entryway, did he? Oh, hang on, I don't like this. I mean, that would have been... That, I mean, that, you can't come back from that. You can't come back from that. No one wants to see a grown man have a shit on the floor. It's just not the done thing.
No, thank you.
With both men now in the ring, the bell sounds and this one is underway. Orton is darting around from side to side, refusing to let The Undertaker back him into a corner. Twice he lures The Undertaker in and sidesteps at the last moment, with the second time resulting in a big slap across the dead man's face. Good.
Yeah.
Immediate fury in the eyes of The Undertaker as they lock up and Orton is backed into the corner. Wild right hand misses and they lock up once again with The Undertaker reapplying the side headlock. Push off and drop down, reapplying his mascara. Push off and drop down before we see a leapfrog and a very well placed drop kick by the Legend Killer that earns him a count of 2.
Nice.
Lovely drop kick.
Absolutely.
Hardcore Holly would be livid. Whip off the ropes and Undertaker goes for a big ride off a backdrop. That surprised me. Wasn't expecting to see that. A second whip sees another drop down and leapfrog by Orton, but the Undertaker slams on the brakes, making the whip the dumbest move in professional wrestling ever. and delivers a massive right hand that drops the Legend Killer like a bad habit. He sells it very well. Big strikes in the corner by the dead man land, and Orton sells it like a treat. Hebner goes stumbling backwards. He's here as well, don't worry about it.
Of course he does.
Stumbling backwards after warning the Undertaker, who returns to whip Orton into the buckles, but on his charge, Orton goes up and over and nearly steals a win with a schoolboy. Quite cool little counter that, actually. Yeah. Randy looks to... No, he doesn't look to do that word. Randy looks to score with an RKO, but is caught and thrown over the top down to the announcer's table. Pretty decent.
Yeah.
Undertaker retrieves Orton and drapes him over the ring apron, where he delivers his running leg drop over the sternum. Now here we fucking go. The dead man secures an arm and heads to the top rope to deliver one of the ugliest old schools you'll ever see in your life. Orton goes the wrong way.
Yeah, it's bad.
Orton is back against the buckles, but ducks when the Undertaker charges in, and this sees the Phenom land on the apron where a drop kick sends him flying face first into the barricade. Randy's in pursuit and lands a series of mounted right hands before returning his opponent to the ring. Another measured shot to a kneeling Undertaker in the ring, and a European uppercut finds its home too. Taker begins firing back, but is dropped with a clothesline when Orton rebounds off the ropes. A near fall follows. Whip sends the dead man into the ropes, but he scores with a running DDT that gets the Phenom a near fall of his own. Orton is whipped into the buckles and driven into the canvas with a sidewalk slam. Another count of 2. Big whip into the buckles again, and Undertaker follows in with a charging clothesline, make it 2. Into the other buckles now goes Orton, and he's scooped up and dropped with snake eyes on the top buckle. Taker hits the ropes and is dropped... Taker hits the ropes but is dropped with a back elbow before he can deliver the big boot and has to kick out at 2. It was actually very well done, the way Orton kind of dives out of the corner and lands an aggressive elbow on him. It is pretty good. Measured forearm strikes rain down on Undertaker from the youngster. He takes a moment to study the crowd, who chant the dead man's name before raising his arms. Undertaker sits up, but Orton follows in with right hands. Randy sucks. Randy sucks. The dead man begins to fire back, but his whip is countered, and they collide in the middle of the ring, both having clothesline in mind. I don't think, again, that was intended. No. Undertaker kind of wins out, but yeah, ugly. Dragon Sleeper applied in the middle of the ring, and it appears as though Orton is fading. Aww. Holly, it's been a while.
It's been so long.
Please, can you do the honours?
He's asleep. He's asleep. He's awake.
Randy shifts the position and drives the dead man into the canvas with a brutal DDT. He drapes the arm across the chest, but only manages to get a count of 2. Rear chinlock applied by the Legend Killer, but from his knees the dead man fires free. Whip is reversed and Undertaker charges directly into a sleeper hold, but manages to quickly counter with a back suplex. Both men are down. Randy charges in, but he's met with a big boot in the corner. However, when the dead man hits the ropes, he runs into a lovely power slam that nearly costs him the match. Face first into the buckles goes the Undertaker, and now we get Holly. Yeah. Not only have we had the what is this move called Holly on the show, we've also had the Holly do the honours, and now we're getting Sesame Street fucking punches in the corner. Yep. After 9 land, Orton makes the clear mistake of posing, and that allows the Undertaker to walk out looking to deliver the last ride. He raises him in the air, but Orton slips out the back and lands on his feet, quickly looking to counter with an RKO, only to be pushed off and make a glancing blow, and I cannot stress glancing enough,
so funny.
with our boy Earl fucking Hebbs.
Who you would think has been cannonballed or something, because he just has a little sleep for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he goes, night-night.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's so funny, because it's such an oversell.
I'm trying to think, is there anything that you touch and it just immediately, like an alarm clock? Here's an alarm clock. He'll start making noise, you touch him and he's off.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a fair point. Snooze.
Yeah, snooze, exactly. Yeah, they hit the snooze button on Uncle Earl. Yep, so Hebner's down. I mean, that's a given in a match.
Shock.
Whether intended or otherwise, he will find a way to get down. And that sounded like he was the 1970s called, he'll find a way to get down, baby. Undertaker looks to deliver a last ride, but Orton this, I think, is also a fuck-up, by the way. Undertaker looks to deliver a last ride, but over-rotates, dropping Orton on his face and falling back himself. I think the rate that Orton actually sits up Undertaker's
he's a big lad.
He's 6'4", I think, isn't
Mm-hmm.
he? So him over rotating, and Undertaker's not prepared for it, and goes, "Oh shit, that must have." I'd been so embarrassed. I'd have gone red. Yeah, I'd have given the game away.
Yeah, because even on commentary, they're like, "Oh, like a modified
powerbomb."
I'm like, is it? I think they've just slipped.
Well, you can't say, "Oh, it's a big fucking whoopsie in the middle of the ring there." When he returns to his feet, he's levelled by Cowboy Bob Orton and his trusty cast. Still injured, that arm, just to point out, after, what are we? So 2005, 85, 86. So 20 years on, still a broken arm.
He really should query that.
Never let it heal. That's why. He's always using it. So it never had the chance to heal.
Yeah.
Always beating people. Bless him.
It must be very itchy in there.
Oh, yeah. Get a ruler down there and give it a sniff. Have you ever seen people do that? Gross.
No, that's vile.
I made the mistake of my mate doing that, and he went, "Oh, smell that." And I was like, I didn't. So what he'd done, and I sniffed it, just pure vinegar. Pure vinegar. Rotting skin, that is. Yeah. Happily married now, that guy. Actually, I don't know if he is. He could be dead. I have no idea. Literally have no idea. So where are we? My friend might be dead. When he returns to his feet, he's levelled by Orton. Yep. Oh, yeah, and then the ace grabs his son and puts him in the pinning position before retrieving R. Hebner, sliding him across the canvas like a zebra-coloured slug to make the count for the 1, 2. No, that was close. That was very close.
If Undertaker's eyes were any further open the whole way through that count, it would be ridiculous.
I really
You've ruined that
you.
for me, by the way. I tell you this quite a lot now.
But he still nearly misses it.
I know.
Yep.
But they're like beaming.
Yep.
Like wide open. I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't know this.
He had guy liner in his eye at the time. The camera pans to Bob Orton at ringside, who clearly mouths, "What the fuck?" Undertaker sits up and after a moment begins firing right hands at Randy. Ace jumps up onto the opposite apron. It's the word Randy, isn't it, as well? It's like I can't say a boot without sounding Canadian.
No, you can't, yeah.
I forced it.
Well,
time.
you're going to say it again in a minute.
We'll see. Ace jumps to the opposite apron. Ace jumps onto the opposite apron, preparing his cast as Randy counters a whip and sends the Undertaker towards his old man, only to see the Phenom kick Bob clean in the face, sending him to the floor.
Oh, did you change your wording?
Maybe.
So you didn't say he gets a boot.
I didn't. I said the Phenom boot, so it's fine. Yeah. Wild right hand misses, and Undertaker grabs Orton by the throat, lifts him into the air, only to find himself brought screaming down to the canvas with a wonderful RKO counter, the first of many. Very slowly, Randy reaches over to make the cover, and we get a 1, 2, no. Very close. Some of the fans thought this one was going to be over. Orton mocks the Undertaker and signals this one is over by drawing his thumb across his throat. He scoops Undertaker over his shoulder. Impressive. But before he can go any further, the position is reversed and we get a tombstone piledriver from the dead man. The arms are crossed and we get the 1, 2, 3. Your winner of this match by pinfall and now 13-0, The Undertaker. Do you know what's funny?
Is it actually funny?
Yeah, because I caught myself doing this on a previous show. Well, you be the judge. I think it's amusing. Because when I'm narrating this as I'm taking the notes, there's certain things that I know that I have to say, otherwise the phone doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And when I do get the 1, 2, 3, I have to say comma, or it won't put it in, and it won't think I'm doing numbers either.
Oh, it'll write it as...
It'll go 1 to 3, like as if I've just...
Oh, 1
so,
like
and that
1-3.
Exactly. So I have to say, and now when I read it out loud, I want to say 1, 2, 3, and I've not done it once, apart from I think I nearly did it in one of the last recordings. I was so annoyed at myself. Anyway, 13-0, The Undertaker.
Yay.
The lights go down and we get the usual Undertaker routine, which culminates with him raising his fist at the top of the entryway, in keeping with the lightning strike in the music. Ollie, what do you think? Oh, you're not going to like my thoughts then.
For an Undertaker match, it was...
So there's the backhanded compliment.
Yeah, but it was better than some that I've seen. I think for me, the placement of it coming after the ladder match, which I really enjoyed, and I didn't hate this, but it just slowed it down a bit for me, which again is to be expected. Like even in a Randy match with anybody, it's not massively fast paced. I gave it 2.5.
We've differed. 3.5.
Oh, gosh,
weirdly,
that's generous.
Potentially, yeah. I remember I think I was slightly tinted by the fact that I remember enjoying this match growing up, and I legitimately thought, Randy's got a chance here.
Yeah.
Because if you look at The Undertaker's run to this point, there's no up-and-comer that he's facing. Literally, he's either got Kane, who he's already tangoed with 2 times, twice. Triple H, not up-and-coming.
No.
Psycho Sid, not up-and-coming. Diesel, not up-and-coming. Jimmy Snuka, definitely not. Jake Roberts, not. King Kong Bundy, not.
True, actually.
And this is the first time where, like, you are the benchmark against, and you're going against someone else. Ric Flair, certainly fucking not. Big Show. So, looking at this, I thought, if you're ever going to break the streak,
this would be the one to do it. Up to this point.
Up to this point, this is the one to do it.
Yeah. That would have been nice.
Yes, but I completely understand why they didn't. The one that I remember being really annoyed at them not doing, and again, I understand it, was Punk.
Okay, that's coming at some
Yeah,
point.
it is. Obviously we haven't got there yet because Punk's not on the scene. Punk is wrestling, just not at the company. Although it's around about 2005, I think he actually signs his contract for WWE. But he goes to developmental first, and it's only when ECW come about, which is 2007, with WWE's version, that he comes onto the scene. And yeah, but again, I get the logic behind it because it's an attraction, and I appreciate it wouldn't be for you. And as much as I don't like a lot of the Undertaker's matches, there are some that I do. Don't get me wrong. For me, going to see a WrestleMania in person, I would have wanted to have seen an Undertaker match. It feels important. Whether it's good is different, but it feels important.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I would agree it would be odd. It
would be like seeing a World Cup final match between, let's say, Georgia and Kosovo. You'd be like, like, it's not going to be a good game of football, but it feels important because it's a World Cup final. I'd love to see a game like a World Cup final between 2 nations like that. But yeah, and that's why I think that's kind of swayed me a little bit. Because looking back, there are obviously a few mistakes. Like that powerbomb is ludicrous. The old school. I hate the move anyway, so I'm going to chalk it off. Other than that, fine. Didn't drag on. I didn't think the match dragged on. Ace's involvement was expected and fine.
It wasn't
and Earl
too
Hebner.
much either. Oh.
Just Earl Hebner, that gets half a star alone.
True. Very true.
But the strike rolls on. I don't know what accent that was, but that's where I was going with it. I don't know why the face came out there. No one else appreciated that, but my eyes closed like as if I was being transported somewhere magical, and I really wasn't. Anyway, back to commentary. JR and King discussed the Undertaker's winning streak before changing focus to the first championship match of the evening. Not one title match so far.
Yeah, and I mean...
And after this, it will mark the halfway part of the event.
Yes.
What? Yeah.
What a match to have, eh?
Don't worry, there'll be opportunity to discuss your thoughts on that. King says he may not be a leader of men, but he is certainly a follower of women. I imagine he sniffed loudly when he said that. He didn't, but I feel like that would have been in keeping. And truer words have never been spoken. An on-screen package appears for the Women's Championship match, and I was thinking, I'm pretty sure it's Trish, and I thought it was the Women's title match that comes next year, which is good.
Okay.
And we find out it's against Christy Hemme.
Cool.
What were your thoughts when you saw that?
Who?
Really?
I don't know who she is.
Really? Okay, so a bit of background. So Christy Hemme was the first ever Diva Search winner.
Right, okay.
Which is how she landed a contract, and then they thought, oh, you can't wrestle? Get your tits out.
I saw she obviously did, was it Playboy or whatever?
Yeah, I did the research back in the day, of course.
Of course.
More of a Tory fan, I have to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's certainly a very pretty lady.
Yeah, very pretty.
But
I didn't, as soon as they announced, I knew it was Trish because on Netflix the picture is Trish.
Yes.
And I didn't read any blurbs, no nothing. But yeah, as soon as I was like, oh, I don't know who this is, I'm not sure I really care.
I mean, it's less than ideal, should we put that? And you think, I mean, the biggest issue they've got, and I don't know if they would have gone this way anyway, is Lita's injured.
Yeah, so does that mean at that time, your 2 top women, one of them can't wrestle?
Yeah.
So you've got to pull someone in from somewhere.
I'm even just trying to...
And the others are wearing evening dresses, bringing out Hall of Famers, so, I mean...
And would you want to have seen them in the ring with Trish?
I don't know. Maybe one of them would have been preferable over this.
As bad as it sounds, I might not have even put Trish on the card. If you can't find the opponent for her, and she got...
Doggy!
Maybe later, but let's finish the show for now.
Can we just clarify that your dog just came upstairs?
Yep, yeah, he did, to be fair. But why ruin the fun with, like, facts, eh?
I mean, I don't know if I'd say it in that tone of voice if it wasn't.
I'll be honest, I don't think that would do it for me.
No, I don't think it would do it for many people.
They went, oh, doggy!
Yeah, no, I don't think that's
I'm good. So, yeah, with against Christy Hemme. So, I mean, well, we see what unfolds in a second.
Yeah.
So in this package, the music takes a seductive tone, dare I say, for the Randy buggers out there. As we hear Christy say she's excited for the world to see a whole new side of her.
But she is.
Okay, as she reveals her Playboy cover in the middle of the ring. Natural redhead, though. That's good to know. Big fan of the outfit that Trish wears as she comes down to the ring. Half a business outfit, shall we call it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like she's wearing all the gear.
It was like mob, kind of like mob vibe-ish. Yeah, it's a good look. Considering she's actually also wearing clothes.
Do you know what? I was saying that. It's one of the better outfits and she's covering more up. Sometimes less is more.
Less is more, yeah. She's got trousers on, a white crop top that's like got, I think, has it got a collar on it? I can't remember.
Keep talking.
But then she's got the suspenders on, which are sewn onto the top. It looks good.
Yeah, it's really good.
She comes out with a trilby on, doesn't she?
She does. Yeah. Bonus points there for me. So where do we go from there? So, yeah, big fan of that outfit. She says that clearly there has been a mistake and spray paints over the word champion on the Playboy cover as clearly Christy is no champion. Fair comment.
Yeah.
Don't need to do it in that environment, but still fair comment. Hemme slaps the champion but eats a chick kick that floors her. Using the spray can, Trish tags in big red letters "slut" on the challenger's back. She was asked to do Playboy as well at one point, Trish, and she's like, no. Good on you, Trish. Honestly, good on you. Why'd you... No, seriously, like, you kind of... Sounds bad to have a bit more respect.
Even though all the other stuff she's done, like...
What other stuff?
Yeah, but, like, if you look at all her even her entrance videos, like, she might as well not be wearing a bikini top that is so small. What's the difference between that and just revealing a tiny little bit more?
So, yeah, but you got to draw a line at a nipple, surely.
I don't know.
Well, she did, clearly.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah, that's the hill she wanted to die on. Her tits. Back in the room. Hemme slaps champion is yep. It's like really neat handwriting in a spray can. I thought it was very neat. Yeah. And I imagine she'd have nice handwriting as well.
Oh, okay.
I think Lita's would be a bit scruffy.
What, because she's more tomboyish?
It's just a bit more haphazard, I think.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of who else. I think Michelle McCool, neat handwriting. Nikki Bella, neat handwriting.
Random.
No. I like Nikki Cross.
Oh.
Not neat handwriting. No. I think she actually does, though, to be fair. Christy Hemme, I don't think she can use a pen, actually, bless her. She can barely fucking walk. We've learnt that from the match that we're about to see. So, yeah, right, sluts, very nicely done. A bit rich, given what she did last year at WrestleMania, but I digress.
Oh, yeah.
Playing a bit of Tencel Tonnis with Tencel Tonnis.
Tonnis. I like that. Tencel Tonnis.
No, I've lost.
That's good.
Tonsil tennis.
Very good.
Tencel Tonnis. No, it's Tencel Tonnis.
Very good.
Sounds like a drink. Can I get 2 Tencel Tonnis? And, yeah. So, yeah, very neat handwriting. She made out with Christian. Anyway, God, this match was never going to be good, was it?
No.
Christy challenges Trish for the women's title, which amuses the champion, who asks what makes her believe she has any chance in hell against her. Well, Holly, Christy has been getting trained. Enter Lita. Edge did. Christy hits a twist of fate on Trish, and we are set for the championship match. Just want to point out, I didn't actually write that joke down. I thought of it as I saw what I had written.
Very good. Well done.
6 out of 10?
Sure.
No.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, brilliant. Honestly, it was so ungenuine, disingenuine. It was awful. So we're ready for the championship match.
Yay.
Christy Hemme with Lita versus Trish Stratus for the women's title. Whose side are you on? Who cares? Trish? Obviously. I mean, we've got to. I think we'll just have to accept the fact that this match isn't going to be good. Mm-hmm. And mainly King is going to be making uncomfortable noises and sayings. As Christy makes her way down to the ring, the first thing he shouts is that he loves red. JR points out that the challenger is short of wrestling experience but makes up for it with a lot of heart. King says, a lot of heart and a lot of other endowments. So in JR's effort to curtail this behaviour from the king, he accidentally adds a bit of fuel to the fire. JR tries to interrupt by saying, spunk. Before King can say endowment, which only further excites him. Mm-hmm. He's like, spunk! Now making her way down to the ring, I've got a song in my head now. The one from White Chicks.
Oh, okay.
Making her way down. Yeah. Is the champion, who again I have to say is wearing a fantastic outfit.
Yeah, great.
2 for 2.
Great.
It is different, and I like it.
Yeah.
As Trish is partway down the ring, she begins to mock Lita's knee injury whilst laughing. I'm fine with it. I was Team Trish every day. I know you were Team Lita. Fine.
Yeah.
When she makes it to the ring, she bows to the fans, and this one is underway. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to put this out there now. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
When she makes it to... No, done that. The bell sounds and Trish mocking Lita... Oh, no. Phone. The bell sounds and Trish mockingly lies on her back, encouraging Christy, come and pin me.
Oh, yeah.
King gets out of his desk immediately. When she gets to her feet, she shoves the challenger in the chest, knocking her down, and even that looks awkward. Yep. They lock up, but only briefly, as Trish uses the challenger's momentum to allow her to fall on her own face. I don't know if that was meant to happen even.
No, it's weird, isn't it?
A quick kick to the backside sends Christy out of the ring. How? Mm-hmm. Stratus follows and sends her opponent lightly jogging into the ring steps.
It's so awkward.
High knees, though. High knees.
Yes.
Football training session.
It's so weird, isn't it?
She's got a five-a-side later. She's got to prepare for it.
So weird. So weird.
Oh, God. They return to the ring where Christy is sent into the buckles, and my God, she can't even run. Big knife edge chop in the corner, including a licked palm variant. Big fan of them. Yeah. Trish openly mocks the challenger and now looks to deliver a chick kick, but no, the boot, or foot, or shoe, or whatever you want to say, is caught, and with Lita distracting the official, Hemi delivers a swift and direct muff punt.
Very good. Nice.
Didn't say the other version.
No, thank you.
Trish looks to hold on to the ropes, but is pulled by the ankles into the air, landing on her back. Stop to the lower abdomen and unique diving pin, which was probably the only half-decent thing she does all match, by the challenger gets a near fall. What are we calling this? The Superman that hoe dive? What are we calling this?
Yeah, so weird. So weird.
Oh, God. It's even worse. I just forgot the next bit. I forgot the next bit, though. An awkward exchange by the ropes as Trish is heard shouting, "Are you ready?" before laying in the right hand. No, she wasn't ready. No. That's the problem. Trish continues to talk instructions before eventually slowly running into the corner and ducking miles before Christy does a split across the top ropes. Actually, that's probably the best bit, except for the fact that Trish ducked about 2 days before. Honestly.
It's so bad, it's funny.
It's
just shocking.
Anyway, sunset flip, pin for a count of 2. Spear scores, sure, from the champion, and hopefully playtime is now over. She returns to her feet and pats herself on the back, saying thank you. You're not welcome. Trish kicks Hemi to the outside, but has to break the count, using the opportunity to run out to the other side of the ring and shove Lita into the barricade. Trish continues to taunt her foe from the ring, but her eyes are off the prize as Christy secures a schoolgirl pin and nearly gets the victory. Christy puts her hands up like she's never clenched her fucking fists before, and reminds me of Scrappy-Doo. Kicks to the back of the legs, which are awful, bring the champion down to the canvas, and now she is begging off, don't lower yourself to this. But that doesn't prevent a kick to the midsection, and her being run face first repeatedly into the top turnbuckle, stamping like she's never stamped before to make a noise. Mm-hmm. Grabbing her by the hair, Trish is sent hard down into the canvas, before being whipped face first into the buckles once again. She stumbles back out, allowing the challenger to connect with a reverse twist of fate. We're calling it? We get a cover, and the 1, 2, no, thank Christ. Mm-hmm. Right hands land from Christy, but Trish manages to get an O'Connor roll, but the challenger rolls through, nearly stealing the win again. An incredibly delayed count that arguably should have finished the match, to be fair. Yeah. But when Trish returns to her feet, she lands a chick kick that glances her opponent. A delay, hook of the leg, and we get the 1, 2, 3. One of the worst matches I've ever had the chore of having to fucking watch. We'll guess my star rating in a second, but we'll pass over now to Holly.
Ooh. I was really generous. I gave it 0.5, and the 0.5 is for Trish's outfit and Lita's outfit. That's it. 0.5.
If ever there was a match, I was going to give negative stars to that wasn't a boxing match, it's this. This is 0 stars.
This is
awful.
your beer run.
Goddamn awful. Horrendous.
Yeah.
I'm not rating this. Like, it's a non-match. Everything about it was shit. I didn't even find it, like, humorous. Like, I was just going...
I did get to that stage, though, of, like, you know, when hysteria starts to, like, set in, and I was like, this is horrendous. Thank God they're only short. Thank God.
What, the women?
Well,
the matches,
match.
you idiot. Oh, my God. Genuinely thought you meant the women. I was like, why does that matter?
No.
Because lengthy women would make it worse.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
I honestly... And I just felt, again, I felt bad for both of them, really.
Yeah.
Because not only is Trish having to slum it with this shit, but Christy Hemme clearly isn't ready.
No, not even close.
And they just go, okay, so it's linked. So if you're going to be on WrestleMania, you've got your tits out in Playboy.
Yeah.
Because they've had, obviously, the evening gown thing. They've had, honestly, it's just...
all the roll-around matches.
Yeah, lucky Jonathan Coachman. But honestly, I just felt awful for both of them. And Christy obviously never took off as a wrestling...
No.
And well, not an in-ring wrestling thing. She then went later on worked at TNA for quite a while. I think she
like presenting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And she was way better at doing that than she was ever being near a wrestling ring. Honestly, like if that is the first, and I don't mean this to sound as cruel as it is, but if you're looking for sure it's a diva search, but if you're planning on then using them in the ring to wrestle, if this is what comes out the first class, end it now.
Yeah.
End it now.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
Well, I suppose you look at...
Michelle McCool would be on a future one.
Yeah. Maurice is on one. I think the Bellas did one too at some point, but...
Well, there's 2 of them. So.
Yeah, I just watched it.
Awful.
And I was like, okay.
Trish has had some shit WrestleManias.
Do you know what? If you really want to draw attention to the fact that we're tied in with Playboy, go buy it. Just have her come out and talk to King for like 2 minutes.
I think that would be way too much punishment for the woman.
But you know what I mean? It's like, or have it as a backstage segment or something.
Just have, have you seen Playboy? Here's a little boop boop, like a little kind of, and then Mae Young comes out.
Oh yeah.
And then he goes, "Is anyone getting titties out?" Like doing all that kind of stuff with Bobby Heenan and Gene Okerlund. Yeah. Amazing. Still love that.
Yeah.
I think that's probably actually a good a point as any.
Yeah.
To draw a line note, not the best note to end this one on.
No, but it only can get. Yeah, only can get better.
Things can only get better, to quote D. Ream. Other bands are available. I think, like, again, this seems like an abomination. Well, it is an abomination. But in the grand scheme of the card, this is so out of place.
Yeah.
So out of place.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have done other than not have this match. But again, you feel like, for the legacy of Trish, who rightly has gone down as one of the best, certainly the best of her generation. You put Lita in there, sure. Yeah. But for me, Trish was the better in-ring performer out of the 2. And then if you look at the history that she's had at WrestleMania, it's not been stellar.
No.
Fortunately, next WrestleMania is made up for.
Right.
She has a good Mania next year.
Okay.
Which is something to look forward to. And like I said, with that, I think we'll draw part 1 to an end.
Let's do it.
I've enjoyed it. Back in the old saddle.
Yeah.
Another country reference for you there. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Dolly Parton. Not got anything else, really. But
Dolly.
we'll end on Dolly Parton. Speaking of endowments,
yes.
Hey, King. But yeah, hopefully everyone else, you have enjoyed listening to this nonsense and back and forth talk about WrestleMania 21. And fingers crossed you will tune back in for part 2. Take care.
Bye.
Until next time, this has been a Win Twice Wrestling production. Peace out.